This is the Night Wolf howling at you, and for today's retro review, we're going to cheat a little bit here and talk about the Transformers Robots in Disguise Scourge 2 figure. Obviously, this figure is just a repaint of the hero Optimus Prime from Transformers Generation 2, and I mean, it is a really nice looking repaint when you get right down to it. There are some issues though, but I'll tell you a quick story, because I thought that this had come out in the Transformers Universe line, so when I was looking for it, I didn't see it in with my Transformer Universe figures. So I went on eBay and ordered a second one that was kind of broken and missing parts. And actually, I think he's got the wrong missile on the new one too, to be honest. This is the missile I got with my order. And obviously those are the missiles that came with my original. But the eBay one was broken, and the part that was broken was this tube here. And as you might recall from my Transformer review of Optimus Prime, everything worked fine on him, but what I noticed on this one is that there are some issues with that tube this time. Now, here is the broken one, and this tube used to be longer on the broken one, but I was trying to fix it. Here's the cannon all taken apart, as you can see. Oh, there's one more piece here. It's kind of a mess. And I thought it was going to be a simple job of just opening up the gun and then just heating up the tube and resliding it on the end here. So, you know, basically doing this and then just putting it all back together. I would be wrong. And why was I wrong? Because this rubber that they use on this tube is absolutely garbage and is deteriorating quite thoroughly. So with the Robots in Disguise versions, whatever material they used on the tube for this one just is not good. And mine's been in storage for a while. Oops. Hopefully you can see this. You can see on my original one here where there's a lot of fatigue there right at the end, because that's the spot where, you know, obviously when you have the plunger attached to his back, that's the kink point. Kink as in the hose kinked, not as in the other type of kinked. Alright, so here's our busted up Optimus, or Scourge. Here's our original version, or our nice version, my non-broken one as of yet. Now, that's not to say that this missile launcher doesn't work, because it does, sort of. But I think because that fatigue there, I think there's enough minute cracks in there that it's not giving the air pressure that it should. So that is an unfortunate thing with this.
So now to make things more complicated with this figure, it would seem that while I did say this is Robots in Disguise 2, the packaging for it was actually the same type that was used for the Transformers Armada figures. And I believe this was a KB exclusive, at least in the United States, based on the packaging that I saw on eBay and on Cybertron.com. Also, what was interesting to note is that in every other picture I saw, the missiles were silver with the red tips on them. So apparently I have an outlier with mine. So I'm kind of wondering if maybe mine was from a different series and they put them in more than one, but I don't know.
That being said, let's take a look at his vehicle mode again. You know, he's got the nice missile launcher truck mode. Surprisingly, though, his wheels actually do line up a little better on the ground than the Optimus Prime did. I don't know why. Which is funny, because I don't think the one I bought does as well. So we've got our Scourge here. Obviously the teal, the black, and the red. This is actually one of the more dramatic and better color schemes that they've done on some of these Transformer toys. Like the Scourge design was really good, or as the original Car Robot's name was in Japan, Block Convoy. Which I think is a much more cool name too than Scourge. Especially when you consider in G1, Scourge was kind of a moron. The missile launcher, of course, spins, raises and lowers. The gun attaches to the back here when in vehicle mode. To transform him, much like the Optimus Prime, we'll go ahead and push in the front bumper. Maybe. Oh my gosh. Why? One side went in just fine. The other side does not want to. There we go. Pushing the front bumpers there. Flip the legs. Spread them apart. And finish the movement. Spin the torso. Separate the arms. Forward. And forward. Pull them out. Hinge down. Spin. And drop the hand out. Spin. Spin. Drop. Out. And of course, he is now back heavy because this thing is not sitting very properly. Let's see if we can... Jesus. Okay. So we got that kind of in position so it's not weighing him down the way it was earlier. As you can see, too, they also painted his fist silver, which I guess I didn't show that on the truck mode. It's kind of back there like a back bumper. Oh, boy. Maybe I should have transformed the other one into robot mode. He does have the light piping in the back that was so prevalent in those older Transformers. Give him a little touch up here. Hopefully that will make it a little bit more visible. And of course, like our Hero Optimus Prime from Generation 2, his head does swivel around, and that's where you can see that light piping. Arm spins around. You can also raise it sideways like that, or like that. The fist keeps on wanting to suck itself back in. Elbow bend. And we do have a bicep cut there. Yeah, the fist barely locks into place, by the way. Obviously, the cannon can swivel on the hand. Then we can do a nice waist swivel there. Legs kick out, out, and split. Back, forward, split again. Although... that's a very awkward split. But now if we turn that like that, we get a little more natural one. Natural. We do have, of course, the bend in the knee. Oops. Which, now that little bumper part just flipped up out of the way and kept me from putting it back in place. No ankle rockers, because back in the day they didn't have those. And of course, like previously... we can put the gun up there. Or put the missile on there. Let's move him over here this way. Oh, God. Would you stop falling over? Alright, I'm going to have to hold him with that hand. Oh, shoot. There we go. Ah. Nope. This is what I was talking, though, with that kink there. Yeah. I cannot get it to shoot anymore. So, even during this review, it seems like we've caused even more damage. Again, I don't know how well you can see that. But yeah, just doing this, there's even more damage there. Now, I'm wondering... because remember, I haven't one to experiment with. Jesus. So I'm wondering if I can cut this apart, because that's either been glued or welded together. So if I can cut that apart, maybe I can go to a hardware store and get a replacement tube for this that's a little bit better quality and would function better. I think I will try doing that. Maybe what I'll do is just go and see if I can get the tube period first. Because it's not going to be worth it to try to take this apart if I can't get a rubber tube like this, right? And of course, like our other Optimus Prime, missiles fit on his back. In robot mode, actually, to be honest, a lot of this stuff fits better. Whoops. As I say that, of course, something pops off. I think actually on this Scourge, a lot of this stuff actually fit better. Like even this, I think actually held in better. And I'm using the other one just because. See, yeah, if you remember on my one Optimus Prime, I used paper in there to help hold that into place. Otherwise, it didn't stay in at all. So there you go. Also, he was not particularly kibble heavy on the back. So these were actually really nicely done Transformers back in the day. Again, this is another design that I would like to see brought back into the modern era. So I hope you enjoyed this look at our Robots in Disguise Scourge 2. And if you did, please feel free to like the smash button. And if you want to see more of my nonsense in the future, you can subscribe. I thank you for watching. Peace and love.